Guys, what's going on? So we're here at Costco. Unfortunately, I made the decision to come here on a holiday weekend, which was not a smart move on my part. The place is absolute madhouse, but we'll make the best of it. I'm just going to go around and have to pick up a few things that I get here pretty often. I did another shopping video at my local supermarket not too long ago, and I mentioned that there are a few things that I like to pick up here at Costco just to get a little savings, buy them in bulk. So let's try and avoid the crowd a little bit. I'll get around the store and I'll show you just a few of the things that are staples in my diet that I get here at Costco. First up, I always hit the produce section. I'm going to grab a bag of avocado here. These are pretty good. They're larger than what you would get. Price-wise, they're pretty comparable to what you would get in the supermarket. Sometimes they're on sale in the supermarket for 99 cents. This is a six-pack for $8 actually, which is $1.30 each. And but they're all pretty sizable. They're all good size avocado. So I'll pick them up when I'm here. I don't eat avocado every day, but at least a few days a week. Really not too much fruit that I don't eat. I eat a lot of fruit. Apples are one of my staples. I kind of grab whatever's on sale. These are envy apples. A lot of the apples are going to be GMO. They breed them to be much sweeter than they would naturally be. These happen to be on sale for $1.49 a pound, which is a good savings. Just keep in mind, any type of apple that you get is going to be coated in some type of wax. According to this bag, they call it a vegetable or shellac-based wax, food-grade wax. I don't know what that means, but to me, it just means get it off the apple before you eat it. So I normally scrub it down and scrape off the wax with a knife, with a paring knife. Or if you want, you could boil up a pot of water and then you drop the apple in there, but not for too long because you'll burn the skin. Just drop it in there, it'll take off that coating of wax. And next up is bananas. Who doesn't like bananas? Probably the most popular fruit on the planet. These happen to be organic. I don't always buy organic. I guess maybe I should. They're cheap enough. But like I said, I like the produce here at Costco. It's a nice big bunch. It seems like you always want to buy more everything when you're here at Costco. One thing I avoid at all costs, guys, is any type of dried fruit. I just picked this one up just as an example. These are dried cranberries. Any dried fruit, most dried fruit, the vast majority are going to have added sugar in addition to what's obviously already in the fruit. This one, for some reason, also adds sunflower oil, which I don't get. But each one of these, a serving, which is a little more than an ounce, like an ounce and a quarter, is 24 grams of added sugar. That's each serving has 6 additional packets of sugar added to it. So be very careful if you're looking to cut down on sugar intake a little bit, especially if you're diabetic or you have any type of blood sugar issues. You definitely want to stay away from any type of dried fruit. I'm a big fan of the berries. I eat a lot of blueberries, a lot of strawberries, raspberries, but I don't like to buy those fresh because sometimes you get jobbed on those. You know, you'll get the pack home and then the berries on the bottom of the pack of the crate. They'll be all mushy and whatever. And if you don't eat them quick enough, they go rotten on you. So I like to get the berries. I like to get frozen. Here at Costco, this bag is $8. It's 3 pounds of organic blueberries. If you're into the organic, they also have organic strawberries. This 3-pound pack is only $8. I believe in my supermarket, a 3-pound pack is $9 or $10, and it's not the organic. So any of the berries, and again, I mentioned before, you guys with blood sugar issues, you're looking to cut out a little bit of sugar out of your diet, definitely go with the berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, even blackberries. Those are always going to have a lower sugar content. They're the lowest, the fruit with the lowest sugar content. Another big staple in my diet is the Greek yogurt. I normally do buy it at the supermarket, but here at Costco they have, this is a 3-pound jug of non-fat Greek yogurt for $6. So it is a big savings. I don't go out of my way to get it here all the time. Like I said, I just usually buy it at the supermarket. I usually get non-fat, not because I'm fat phobic. I have no problem with the with whole milk yogurt at all, but I'm usually adding things to the yogurt. Obviously, pecans, walnuts, some type of nut, maybe some peanut butter and things like that. So this is a pretty good bargain. If you're into the Greek yogurt, you're at Costco, I would definitely look into the Kirkland brand. For those of you that don't mind eating meat, or you incorporate meat in your diet, they have these 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs. They're a little steep. This pack is $17. I don't eat these obviously every day, but it's just something. I'll always pick up a pack of them when I'm here at Costco. They're good quality. I love the flavor. I'll throw a couple of these in the air fryer, have it with some kimchi or sauerkraut on the side, and it's a good little meal. Again, for you guys that aren't averse to eating meat, this isn't something that I eat every day. It's kind of expensive, but you really, what you're paying for is the convenience, right? So it's a grass-fed beef sirloin. It's already prepared. Really, all you have to do is heat it up, add some vegetables and whatever else you have going on, and you could get yourself a quick meal. Just if you don't have something prepared. Again, this isn't something that I don't eat this that often, just in a pinch when I'm running short on time or whatever. One last one here in the prepared meat section. Again, I'm not big on the prepared meats. I just have them on hand when I need something to eat in a pinch if I don't have anything prepared. Normally I do, but if I don't, these are good go-tos. These are a chicken meatball, relatively clean ingredients, just the chicken itself and a bunch of spices. They really are delicious, but again, when you buy these prepared things, be prepared to pay a lot more, but again, you're paying for the convenience. But if you want to have something on hand to have every once in a while as a switch up, or just, in an emergency situation when you have nothing prepared, those are a good go-to. I've mentioned before, guys, I'm a big fan of the kimchi, which is basically fermented cabbage with a bunch of different seasonings and whatnot. Fermented, it's good for the gut. It's a good probiotic. I eat it all the time. It really is a staple in my diet. I was making it by myself, but pretty big effort to make it by yourself. Although it was good, it was delicious when I make it at home. But this isn't a bad, replacement for it. Reasonably priced. This is $9, but what I do is I cut this. I'll add some sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's, cheap enough. So I'll throw some sauerkraut in here, add a little more salt, a little more cayenne pepper, just to give it the flavor, and it makes it go a little further. So I drink a lot of coffee, guys, and I also drink a lot of green tea. I probably drink way more coffee than I should. I think I definitely do. But anyway, the green tea here, this is a box of 100. It's only $11, so what, 11 cents a tea bag? That's pretty good compared to buying it in the supermarket, for a box of what, 10 or 20. Or even if you bought 100 bags of some other brand in the supermarket, I'm sure it's going to be a lot more. But this is a staple. This is something I always pick up here at Costco. Highly recommended if you're a green tea drinker. Guys, if you're looking to add a little crunch to your yogurt, I would suggest this. This is a nut and seed based granola. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, some almonds, pecans. It's actually seasoned with monk fruit, which I like much better than things like sucralose, or which is Splenda, or the Ace K. But this is definitely, I usually will just add some nuts, walnuts or pecans to my yogurt. But when I'm looking for something with a little bit of a sweet flavor, just to, if you get that craving, I would suggest this. Again, seasoned with the monk fruit, and has a nice flavor to it. I eat a lot of pecans, a lot of walnuts, almonds on occasion. I always get them here at Costco. I eat one or the other every day, if not both. So I go through them pretty quickly. This is definitely much more cost-effective buying the larger bags here at Costco compared to my supermarket. So I always wait and I stock up on them here. I don't get anything that's honey roasted or has any additives. It's just a plain pecans or walnuts, whatever it might be. But definitely a good deal. Like I said, I try not to eat a lot of processed food. I think I do a pretty good job of it. But if you're not eating processed food, obviously whole foods aren't going to contain salt. They're not going to have a high sodium content like pretty much all processed food does. Anyway, I use a lot of pink salt. This is what I use all the time. I salt up my food, my eggs, my meat, whatever I'm having. And I also use this to make my own electrolyte drink, along with some potassium and magnesium. So 5 pounds of salt for, I think, $7 and change is a pretty good deal. For you guys that are into the tuna, this Wild Planet brand they have here at Costco, they sell it in a sleeve, a 6-pack. It's a 5-ounce can. Each can 33 grams of protein, which is a home run. So if you're looking for a quick fix and you need some protein, this is definitely highly recommended. A couple of more options for you meat eaters. These Chomps grass-fed beef sticks. 10 grams of protein in each stick, which is a good option. If you're traveling, I'd take a few of these with a couple of handfuls of maybe walnuts or pecans and some cheese sticks. Definitely a good option. Also, they sell these mini beef sticks, which are on par with the Chomps. These are little, sort of like bite-sized beef sticks. Each one has about 4 grams of protein in it. Comparably priced. They're pretty much, when you figure out, when you do your math, they're pretty much the same price with the Chomps, give or take. So 2 definitely good options, grass-fed beef sticks. This is a mini one, full size. Definitely 2 good options if you're on the go. Last but not least, a 5.5-pound box of Nutri-Grain bars. They're made with whole grain, so it has to be healthy, guys. Good source of calcium and iron, because you can't get that anywhere else. No high fructose corn syrup. Must be healthy. And it gives you energy any time of the day. Definitely stock up here. What do you think? I'm out of my mind? Do you think I'd bump my fucking head? I wouldn't eat this stuff on a bet. I wouldn't feed it to my worst enemy. This is complete garbage. Look at that ingredient list. Stay far, far, far away from shit like this. Go get yourself a Snickers bar. There's just as much nutrition in that. Guys, what's going on? We made it out of Costco unscathed on the way home. Everything I showed you, like I said, is pretty much a staple in my diet. I get those things all the time. Those prepared meats, I think the meatballs I showed you and the grass-fed sliced sirloin, those aren't things that I eat every single day. Those are just things I buy in case. You know, I keep them on hand. If I run out of prepared food, I'm a big proponent of food prep. I like to have some meats and things prepared for my meals during the week so I can just go and heat them up. But there are those days where you run into an emergency or you ran out or whatever, and it's just good to have things like that are already prepared. Again, not every day, because you'll wind up going broke doing that. And you know, I mentioned that I like to go with whole foods, unprocessed as much as I can, which is an impossibility in today's day and age. You know, I showed you things like the beef sticks. Obviously, that's a processed food. But I look for things that are as clean as possible. I believe those are clean, and they're a good option. Like I said, when you're traveling, when you're in a car or something, you're going to be on a long road trip. Pair that with some walnuts or pecans or peanuts and a couple of cheese sticks, and I'll take the edge off for you. So you do the best you can with what you have where you are, right? But definitely, you know, you have to do some research. Again, I'm a big proponent of food prep. Think about what you put in your mouth, because it matters. It matters way more than people want to realize. You know, whether they realize it and they don't want to admit it, whatever the case is. But appreciate you guys watching. For fitness and weight loss coaching, you could reach out to me, olddogfitness19@gmail.com. That address will be down in the description. Other than that, appreciate you guys shopping with me today. Everybody stay safe, get your reps in, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks, guys.